Hi there. In this session, we'll be discussing stem and leaf plots. Stem and leaf plots are a way of presenting your data. Um, if you have an example like this is my data, which is talking about the number of music videos. Some students are watching in a fortnight. So one of the students said in a fortnight they didn't watch any music video. Another person said he or she watched 10 of them. Next person said 11 and so on. And the person who watched the most watched 48 of them in a fortnight. Now, this constitutes of data, and we want to show it in the form of a stem and leaf diagram. A stem and leaf diagram looks like this. You got a column on the left, which is showing your stem. It's called the stem. And there is a line, vertical line, and to the right of that vertical line you see other numbers which are your leaves. But how do we make that? If you look at 0, I put a 0 here because 0 doesn't have any digit in its tens place. So that means that 0 has got 0 in its tens place, and in 1's place it has got only 0. So this 0, 0 represents the first score, which is 0. For 10, we see that 10 has got 1 in its tens place. So we have 1 here, and it's got 0 in its ones place. So that goes at the leaf. So this 1 and 0 together, they represents the number 10 that we have here. For number 11, in its tens place it has 1, and its ones place it has 1 again. Okay, but since we already have 1 in the stem, all the numbers on this row are going to share that 1 as their stem, or in this case as their tens digit. So 1 is already here, so to represent 11, I put another 1 here. So these two numbers together, 1 and 1, represents this number 11. Now we don't have any other number which has 1 in its tens digit, so we go to the next ones. Here we have 20 and 25. So both of them again has got 2 in their tens digit. So we put 2 here, and that 0 will represent 20. So 2, 0 represents this 2, 0, and remember this 2 is common. So then to show 25, all I need to do is add a 5 on my leaf side. So that means 25. So we have 20, these 2 and 0 together, and we have 25, these 2 and 5 together. All right, we finish with 20s, now we go to 30s. And there is many numbers in 30s. So again, we write just one tree at the stem side. Then for each score in 30s, we are going to show each of them with one digit. So for 33, I need to put another 3 here. For 34, I put 4 here. And there are two 34s, so that's why I need to put another 4 here. And 5, and again 35, there are 2 of them, so I need to put 2 5s, and then 36 is the last one. So I put 6 to represent 36. And the same for 40s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores in 40s. Again, we put 4 here, and the ones goes on the left side. So 4, then 0, that comes 40, then 4 and 4, that comes 44, 4 and 5, 45, 4 and 5, 45, because we have two 45s, and 4 and 8. That is how we make our stem and leaf plots. And usually at the bottom of or next to any stem and leaf plot, you will have a key which tells you how to read the stem and leaf plot. In this case, 1, then this line 2 means 12. So 1, 2 means 12. Like here we had 2 and 5 means 25. But it could be that you're dealing with decimals, and for instance, if it was 1.2, then my key would say that 1, then line 2 means 1.2. If in my scores, I had, for example, 1.2, still it would have been shown as 1 here and 2 here on leaf, so 1 on stem and 2 on leaf. But then in my keys, I should say that this means 1.2, not 12. So in a stem and leaf plot, stem is shared between scores. So let's have a look at some of the questions here. How many students were surveyed in this example? So we can count the number of leaves, or if you don't have that, you can count this, or you can count the number of leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 students were surveyed. Then, is the plot symmetrical or skewed? Yes, it is skewed because you have less digits or less scores at smaller amounts, but more scores you have towards the larger amount. As you can see, you got lots of digits here. So your data is clustered around this side, or larger size. So you got more of a larger numbers than smaller numbers. So this is called, the tail is here, and that's called negatively skewed. And if they ask us what is the minimum digit and what's the maximum digit, the minimum digit is 0, and the maximum or maximum score is 48. The minimum score is 0, and the maximum score is 48. Thank you for your attention.